claim. You disagree and I'll leave you with a blood stain. In my hood, you might get shot, get robbed, get got, get smacked, get slapped, hit with the F5 and get
The fuck up, I got my mic on. I'm on the stream, motherfucker. Chat, let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know if you can freaking hear me. Audio test. Audio test 1 2 1 2. What it do? What it do? What it do? Audio test, motherfucker. Freaking, I just got back from freaking Wrestlemania. Bro, flew in from Wrestlemania, went straight to work, just knocked out a whole week of work, and I swear to God, I knew on my Monday when I came back from work, fuck, that I should have took an extra week off because this weekend was insane, bruh. So I'll start off right now. All right, sounds good. Thanks. I'm not human, bruh. I tried looking for that live stream of the Head PE show where those two chicks kept on grinding on different dudes, but they thought it was the same dude. I'm glad you were there for that live stream because that shit was fucking hilarious, bro. Those chicks were so those chicks were so gone, bro. Like I'm over here trying to do an IRL stream to Head PE, and these chicks were just freaking all up in my fucking live stream, grinding on random dudes right in front of me, and it's just freaking. I think it's a story of my freaking life, bro. Story of the freaking last week of my life, last 2 weeks of my life. That's freaking nutty. All right, so let's get into this WrestleCon shit right now. So WrestleCon was at the hotel, right? I'm not gonna drop the hotel's name because there was some incidents that I probably can't speak of because case is pending, but I will show you. You know what I mean? So check this out. So there was this freaking WrestleCon. They've done a couple over here in America. Most of them were overseas, right? But this one they did in LA. It was freaking like legitly like freaking 5 minutes away from freaking Staples Center, you know, and the Fan Fest access. You know what? How about we just freaking show you all my IRLs from freaking my freaking weekend here? Yeah, yeah. Those girls were wilding as hell, bro. That shit was hell funny. Oh my god, I'm so glad you were there for that, bruh. I'm not human. You do a lot of my IRL freaking live streams. You seen some shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, my life's crazy. Like, I used to post a lot about fucking the shit that happens in front of my house and the shit I see every day. But like, people just stop saying, "Oh yeah, that's entertaining," and they're just freaking concerned for my life because they should be, bro. Oakland's crazy. I live a life out here like that IG gangbangers, a lot of these podcasters and a lot of these rappers lie about. You know what I mean? I'm in the trenches, bro. Bro, how about this? Quote me on this. The dude in the hair was dope. Yes, he was. But he was also very drunk, and he also ran into me 4 or 5 times. So, he gets no love from me. But he was dope. You know, he was vibing. He was vibing. So, how about this? I'm on like 500 subs. If I get 1,000 subs on here, we're doing a live downtown Oakland IRL stream. And I don't even care if my phone gets freaking jacked. That's the freaking point of the stream. To get my freaking phone jacked. Alright? And I don't gotta go far, bro. Right in front of my house is freaking... I'm on one fucking docks where I live. But there's a homeless shelter. And right across the street from that is a freaking welfare office. And so shit's cracking in front of my house at all times, bro. And freaking, there was a liquor store right under me. The liquor store guy, Alex, is freaking dope as fuck. A lot of y'all know Alex. And it's funny because, during the day, like, he has to know you for you to come to the liquor store. Like, he has to actually buzz you in. The shit's open to 2 a.m., but you gotta get buzzed in. And it's just freaking, I just feel freaking offended that when I leave, it's all happy and smiles and shit. But then when I leave, he has to hit the deadbolt and lock a bunch of other locks and shit. But he has a buzzer, you buzz in. But that's just freaking speaks volumes to the freaking neighborhood that I live in, bro. It's freaking nutty. There was freaking there was freaking. All right, here's another stop. Before I get into this freaking shit, it's crazy how like my life and like freaking pure coincidence and freaking the universe all mix. Like for a couple fucking weeks, there was this dude in front of my house, right? And freaking he would just quote Dusty Rhodes promos all night. This dude was quoting Dusty Rhodes, American Dream, blah blah blah, but he wasn't calling himself Dusty Rhodes. This fool was calling himself Dusty Nose, and he was going in every freaking day, every night, bro. I'm sitting here trying to sleep, right? And this was just making me laugh. I lost freaking hours of sleep because this dude was out there just cutting Dusty Rhodes promos. But I haven't seen him in a little bit, but towards the end, homeboy started getting really freaking emotional about freaking his boy Magnum TA. I don't know if y'all know who Magnum TA is, but he's a freaking badass freaking NWA freaking wrestler. He's supposed to be that fucking NWA's Hulk Hogan, but he got caught up in a freaking automobile accident, paralyzed and shit. There was a match with him and Tully Blanchard in the cage that was freaking bloody as hell that a lot of people know him for. But I guess freaking him and freaking Dusty Rhodes were close, so this fool was freaking out there freaking just crying about freaking this dude, right, that passed away. And then freaking I haven't seen homeboy since. So it's been quiet now. It's just people yelling and screaming all night and shit. So freaking let's get to this, bruh. Sorry, freaking went off topic there with that freaking Dusty Nose story. Freaking night one at the Hall of Fame. Freaking damn, I went to the WWE Hall of Fame. That's freaking crazy fresh. Like I was freaking like fourth row, bro. The WWE Hall of Fame. Freaking the Hall of Fame was dope. Freaking we all noticed freaking all the wrestlers were sitting on the by the Titantron, and Triple H kept on going on his phone, and everybody was freaking filming videos of Triple H on his phone and shit. That shit was kind of funny. That shit was just a little bit funny. All right, let me see how this freaking audio is going here. Freaking the Hall of Fame was dope. Is that how I talk? My fucking voice is nutty, bro. All right, so check this out. So what else happened here, bro? Fuck, just me at the Hall of Fame, bro. This is some king shit, bro. This is freaking real king shit. Like, I worked my ass off for so long and dealt with so much bullshit, right? Just to say, things will get better. Just chill. Things will get better. Things will get better. Things will get better. Things will get better. And a lot of times they never do. And you're sitting there and you're like, oh, wait, this is something you learn from. Things will get better. Things will get better. Things will get better. But freaking, I'm freaking in the freaking first 4 rows of the fucking WWE Hall of Fame. King shit, bro. Does it get any better than that? Okay, let's go to the pictures really fast. Bro, we met Undertaker. Bro, me and my fucking boy Senek. Alright, yeah, for real, bro. You saw that shit? Freaking, it was cool to see them have this little moment, Cody and freaking Triple H. Triple H knowing that freaking Cody's gonna lose that match. Legitimately, Cody should have never left. He should have done the Blue Dust gimmick, done all that stupid shit, and he would have been champion. But they're gonna give it to him eventually. It was just not in the cards, bro. They got too much invested in Roman Reigns. Why would you invest in an op? Cody Rhodes is just freaking. He can just jump to AEW at any time. You know what I mean? Hard work does pay off, bro. I met the freaking Undertaker, and I think the dope thing about this is Undertaker really doesn't do freaking autographs and freaking photo ops like this. I mean, it's pricey. Don't get me wrong. My boy Senek right here, freaking, for a lot of you that don't know my boy, he's one of the top 10 lucha mask collectors in freaking LA. And freaking, this dude freaking brought a freaking Rey Mysterio mask to get signed, bro, that freaking homeboy wore on freaking Raw. And not even that, it's WCW too. Freaking, this dude got freaking so much fresh shit. It's freaking stupid. So he got Super Calo mask. Freaking, how about this? Freaking, I'll bring him on here for a podcast so you can see all this shit. Freaking, he gets to take a trip out here to the Bay, and freaking, I get to kick it with my homeboy. But this fool's been freaking, whether I've been wrong or right, this fool's always had my back. And we've freaking been in the mix of some brawls, and he's seen me drunk, beat up freaking my friend's ops, and then I beat up my friends. And he saw me on a good one, bro. And he still had my back, bro. That's the shit, bro. All right, what else is going on? But Rey Mysterio too, chopping it up. Rey Mysterio was dope. Undertaker chopped. What do you say to the Undertaker? You know, I shook his hand and said thank you, and he freaking had a big ass grip and shit. I was just like, bruh. Rey Mysterio was dope too. Freaking, uh, he was freaking gigged out about the mask and shit. He was dope. Fucking me and Masada, bruh. Freaking the deathmatch, freaking Prince Masada. Like, if y'all don't know about this fool, he's freaking wrestled every single generation of fucking deathmatch wrestlers, bruh. Starting with the White Beaters and the Zandigs and the Sick Nick Mondos to freaking Danny Havocs to freaking Nick Gage to freaking everybody now. You know what I mean? This fool's freaking legend, bruh. He freaking, and that was one fool to set the bar in fucking deathmatch wrestling, bruh, and always kept the bar high, you know? And freaking, it's sad that like out of that freaking first generation, I'm saying from 2000 to 2005, those deathmatch wrestlers are all freaking dead. They all killed themselves, bro. Who's still alive? Nick Gage, Sick Nick Mondo, and fucking Masada. Is that out of some White Beater, Necro Butcher? But are they really even freaking alive? Necro Butcher looks like he's almost dead, bro. The fucking price these deathmatch wrestlers paid to keep the wrestling business real will freaking is the most underrated thing ever, bro. Freaking much love than Masada. So we're at this bar, bro. So the hotel had a bar at the freaking hotel that the wrestling convention was at. So once that hotel opened, I mean that freaking bar must have closed freaking so many times. Freaking Melina, fucking the wrestler Melina fought some fucking security guard at the inside the bar. I don't know what happened. Security was being fucking shitty to me too, but I'll get into that soon. Case is pending. So freaking Bushwhacker Butch was freaking slamming freaking shots, bro. These marks were fucking buying fucking shots for everybody. And the next morning, fucking Bushwhacker Butch died, bro, at the hotel. And I'm not even fucking capping. Look it up. I'm not even freaking capping. And so freaking, and this is Thursday, right? I came back from the freaking AAA where I saw freaking Kingdon and freaking all kinds of freaking dope ass high flyers, bro. Freaking every single top notch high flyer was at this show, you know? And I saw freaking Nego Callis and Ultimo Dragon go at it. Freaking classic, freaking high flying match, man. And then freaking wrestlers were freaking flying into the crowd, backflips into the crowd, no freaking give to any of the crowd. Like somebody freaking front flipped into my lap. You know what I mean? That shit was freaking fresh, bro. And I had front row, and freaking I paid like 500. You know what I mean? And so I'm gonna give everybody the diddlio about how much I paid for that shit. That shit was worth it because that was every single major underground, not even underground, international wrestler all on one fucking card. How can you go wrong, bro? That was freaking dope. And so I made my way back to the hotel after that, right? So I flew in around 3 o'clock, checked into the hotel. I did a live stream before I went to the freaking AAA, and freaking I'll show you guys that next. I'll show you guys that next for sure, bro. And so yeah. Oh yeah, one of the Bushwhackers died, bruh. He freaking got fucking one night. He's taking shots, getting all tore up. But they didn't release his death because they wanted to protect the WrestleCon. They didn't release it till after the WrestleCon. So Sunday, everybody heard about it. So check this out. So I come back from AAA, right? And freaking when I was freaking going to AAA, the Bushwhackers, Greg the Hammer Valentine, freaking the Boogeyman. Oh, bro, you guys gotta hear about when the Boogeyman fucking punked the shit out of me. This shit was so fucking funny, bro. And so, but I'll get to that. We'll do a timeline. Around fucking the whole weekend, and we'll watch freaking I haven't even watched my IRLs from that weekend, you know, and we'll watch those too. So freaking when I was coming back, I was rolling it back to the hotel, right, and freaking there's an ambulance freaking being taken away, right. So freaking I was gone 8. Freaking I checked in at 4, hung around the con for a little bit. The bar had opened up, So I think the event started at 6. So I hung around fucking the con for a little bit before I went. And you fucking Butch was sitting there hitting them, bud. These freaking wrestling marks were buying everybody drinks, bro. Who want the shot? Who want the shot? Matt Hardy was freaking sitting there killing them, bro. Hitting them back to back to back, bro. Bushwhacker Butch was fucking killing them. And then fucking, I remember I was out there kicking it. Who was they chopping it? I saw Sabu was chopping it up with Sabu a little bit. That was funny. Oh, great. Got a great story for Sabu coming up next, bro. Sabu kept me up till like 5 o'clock in the morning, bro. And that was freaking amazing. We'll get to that. You know, maybe we'll get to that next. There's me and my freaking coworker, bro. This is like my work bestie. And she was freaking, bro, you know who was sitting next to her? The freaking, no, by her? The freaking Liver King was there, bro. There were so many celebrities here, bro. Freaking Jerry Seinfeld was there. The Liver King. Big Cass. Bro, Big Cass was sitting freaking like a section away from me. Freaking. And I was sitting like, there's a freaking row in the middle. And I was sitting at the end of this section. And Big Cass was over here. But he was freaking taller than anybody, bro. But this was dope. Just freaking to have a coworker freaking to talk wrestling with. You know what I mean? And her and her dude are actually wrestling fans. You know, that's a big deal, bro. You know what I mean? Freaking, who saw this freaking Hatchet Man sign at WrestleMania? Who saw that shit? We're all over that shit, bro. It's crazy because I know exactly when to get it on camera because I fucking watch wrestling so much, and I know when they're gonna clip to different angles, and freaking. So our seats weren't freaking. Oh, yeah, they were there. Steve, the fucking Jackass dudes were in the freaking in the VIP seats. You know what I mean, with the freaking peasants. And I was on the floor with the fucking kings and the fucking queens, bro. Can never understand the life of a peasant. Never. Why would you pay $500 to freaking sit in the freaking nosebleed seats and even post pictures on Instagram? Why would you post that you're living like that? Freaking, I'd much rather save a couple G's, save a G or two, enjoy it on the floor. You know what I mean? Like, I've been to WrestleManias. I've never been to a WrestleMania on the floor. You know what I mean? Never. And I always regretted it. And I'm freaking hella glad I am freaking. So the tickets are 2 G's each, right? And I had 2 tickets. So my boy Senik took 1 ticket, right? And my coworker and her dude had another homeboy that they live by that came, but he had nosebleed seats. So Senik only wanted to see Rey Mysterio. And that was the first night. So the second night, I freaking gifted this homeboy, and the ticket was freaking each. So it was 2 tickets for 2 days, same seat. Each ticket was a G. So it came out to 4 G's altogether. And freaking, so I didn't even charge this homeboy. I'm like, here you go, bro. And freaking, he's never been to Mania before. He was going through a lot too. So freaking, I was like, bro, why would I freaking, I could have sold that for 5 G's. Just 1 ticket for 5 G's. And made hella money. But I'd rather had invested it and been there with somebody that I freaking would know. You know what I mean? I didn't know him very well, but we kicked it all weekend, you know? So freaking, we got this freaking sign everywhere. It was so great. Melissa Manones, bruh. I was kicking it with movie stars, bruh. She was so fresh. She was just like, she commented on my freaking charm, my hat. She spent a quick minute to talk to me. And there were just movie stars everywhere, bruh. That's what I'm saying. We're on the floor with the kings and the fucking queens, bruh. Living like a king out here, bruh. Freaking, she was so fresh. And freaking, bruh, some of these IRL streams are crazy. Some of these IRL streams are crazy. Look at this IRL stream, though, bruh. Bruh, living like a king out here, bruh. Like, freaking, how great is that? Ric Flair's robe. Woo! Motherfucker, woo! I really hate the sound of my own voice, but I'm gonna get over it sooner. I'm glad I don't got my headphones in right now. Maybe I should. Ric Flair's freaking the GOAT professional wrestling, bro. He got that spirit that just won't die. Freaking. There's another live stream in there, bro. There's freaking me and freaking the homie that was in front row where they were changing the freaking set. He had freaking front row. I was a couple seats back, but we were able to kick it for a little bit. Shout out to my homeboy DC. Shout out to that, my homeboy, bruh. Kingo, bruh. These right here are my freaking photo bombs because I was front row for the AAA show. But this dude is freaking. If y'all don't know, man, this dude is the best high flyer freaking ever, bruh. He came up real fast and he hit the scene hard, and he's doing shit that a lot of people aren't doing, bruh. He's doing some freaking the gnarliest shit, bro. Look him up, Google him, and you'll find endless stuff, bro. Endless amount. Me and Ultimo Dragon, bro. Come on now. Freaking a legend. Freaking Japan, Mexico, bro. He's been all over the freaking world for years, and he's still wrestling, bro. There's freaking very little people from that era of super crazy, of like the super cruiserweights that are still wrestling. Rey Mysterio's one, Ultimo Dragon, and I really can't think of any because Jericho, but I really can't think of anybody else, bro. I can't. So freaking, let's see if we can get into these IRL streams for y'all, bro. This was freaking many. Like, just being there, freaking crazy, bro. Just being freaking a WrestleMania. Ultimo Dragon pick his fire. Yeah, bro. Ultimo Dragon freaking. I photobombed the shit out of Ultimo Dragon. It was great. It was stupendously fresh. And freaking. Just being there. Freaking. This IRL stream is crazy fresh, bro. I swear this was crazy. For everybody else tuning in for this shit was freaking nuts. Look, bro. Freaking just being at Mania, it's just a freaking, it's something right here, bro. It was just freaking, that first night, bro. That first, night one was better than freaking both nights for sure. Night one was better than night two. And that's the bottom line. You know what I mean? There's something about night one. I just felt robbed freaking with fucking Cody losing. A lot of people felt robbed. A lot of people thought they knew what was going to happen, but they didn't, you know? 90 people, 90,000 people freaking was the estimated at the first one, bro. And freaking, it just felt good being on the floor, you know? And it just felt good being freaking possibly living the last super era of WWE before it got sold. You know what I mean? And then freaking the stage setup, bruh, just being at Mania is crazy. It's like, it's the freaking super shows, bruh. That's the biggest show of the fucking world, bruh. So many eyes are on, so many freaking people were watching this, bruh. And just freaking, I've been to Manias before, bruh, and there's something electronic about this Mania. There's electricity that freaking legit, like, freaking make the hairs on your fucking spine freaking tingle and shit, bro. That shit was freaking had me tingled out, bro. Which, like, there's just moments, like, there was moments that, like, freaking, especially when somebody came, like, John Cena's entrance, Cody Rhodes' entrance were freaking dope. You know what I mean? I mean, that the match was cool, but, you know, you really, I think you're really just paying for the entrance and just had that moment, you know what I mean? Sami Zayn and fucking Kevin Owens won, bro. That freaking moment, freaking, you felt that shit, bro. Especially watching those two for fucking decades, bro. I watched them fucking in the Indies wrestle each other, like one of them went to CZW, the other one went. When one of them went to Japan, the other one went, and so just finally see them freaking get some kind of recognition, bro. And the biggest show of them all at the main event fucking meant a lot, man. That freaking, and you felt it, bro. Sami Zayn's freaking over right now, bro. He's freaking so hot. It's ridiculous. It's so fresh. It's so fresh how hot this fool is, bro. It's just freaking, because he's not your ideal freaking candidate for freaking a superstar, you know what I mean? He's not Austin Theory. He's not a pretty boy like Austin Theory, you know what I mean? But freaking, he worked hard and he made it happen, man. Freaking, I'm glad I was there to see that shit, bro. That shit was emotional, man. That shit freaking. This walk through Mania, though, this is crazy, bro. This is freaking nuts. Like, I don't know, man. Just saying, bro, this is freaking king. This is the kingdom, bro. Freaking, I wasn't lying when I said freaking calling myself a king on the floor. Oh, I got a fucking funny story too. Like we had a friend who was at the Hall of Fame, and that was in the stands, right? For they were in the stands for the Hall of Fame and the stands for Mania. And this chick always wears a freaking crown and calls herself freaking the queen of freaking SoCal and shit. You know what I mean? And freaking, I called her a peasant, right? And she freaking on I guess on Instagram for being fucking so high, and she just got pissed, bro, right? She got freaking heated, bro. And so when you hear a lot of my rants about fucking kings and queens and shit not being in the stands with the peasants, it's kind of directed towards her, bro. And I had so many witty comments all weekend, bro. It was ridiculous. Freaking, it was ridiculous how freaking many kings and queens fucking quirks I had for everybody, bro. It was shit. And you guys want to go through the freaking. Let's go through freaking. The fucking access. They didn't have access this year, which is weird. You know what I mean? But apparently freaking this big old corporation came through and bought up the rights to freaking the Fan Fest, and so they couldn't have access. But freaking they're in charge of freaking all the signing and shit. So WWE was allowed to display things, but we didn't really have an access. We didn't really have access this year, which is kind of whack. But it's almost too much. Access is almost too much. Like, at least this is basic. This is Superstore. It's a Superstore, and it's freaking where all the photo ops were. But we got freaking Undertaker's photo and freaking Rey Mysterio's photo and freaking all the signatures and shit. Let's just look at all the fresh freaking. They took every opportunity to mix any kind of thing LA in WWE Wrestlemania and freaking make a profit off of it. And I loved it. I mean, if I'm spending money, make it worth my dollar, bro. They had fucking Lakers fucking shirts, the WrestleMania shirts. They had a freaking LA 316 shirt. Hollywood 316. It's crazy how, like, they had so much 316 shit there they were selling that everybody automatically thought that Austin was going to be at WrestleMania, but he wasn't. He was not. Look at that Snoop Dogg fucking WrestleMania t-shirt, bro. That's how I knew that fucking, when I saw that WrestleMania Snoop Dogg shirt, I knew that freaking he was going to get involved some way, somehow. Fuck. You know what I mean? And it's so cool just chopping it up with wrestling fans from all over the world, bro. I missed the fucking autograph. I missed a photo op because I was talking to these ninjas from freaking Canada, wrestling fans, and we were just chopping it up about wrestling. We got carried away, bro. You know what I mean? I freaking wasn't even supposed to stop. I was on my way to the signing, and I ended up talking to these fools for freaking 2 hours, And it got to a point where we're just vibing, bro. Like, I think they were supposed to go to a totally different thing that they missed out on because we were vibing so much, And and wrestling fans are so friendly, bro. I swear to God, I met these cats from the UK while I was waiting in line for a fucking Undertaker, and they were fresh as hell, bro. We just chopped it up for the wrestling business. Everybody told me, "What do you think's gonna win?" Blah blah blah. And they were telling me, so who do you guys got out there? They were telling me some hot ass wrestlers, not hot like freaking. I was attracted to them, but hot like they were freaking badass. Never mind. Great freaking talent from where they're from, the UK, and they were dropping me names, and I checked them out, and they're all solid, bro. It's crazy because every single continent has a different style. You go to Mexico, they were lucha. You go to Europe, they're more like technical. You go to Japan, they're more physical. But within what I like about the Japanese, especially like New Japan and all that I mean, the '90s, like cats like Kenta Kobashi and Musawa and all those fools that were just stiffing the hell out of each other. Like, a lot of those people were brain dead, from a lot of those matches, brain dead or freaking dead. You know what I mean? Kenta Kobashi is a walking corpse, bruh. And so I like how within the last 10 years they changed a lot from stiff to more like a WWE base, performance base. And I did that. A Rey Mysterio outfit, bro. Look at that. That was from the Mardi Gras WrestleMania, man. Damn. Sick. Hey, bro, it's cool seeing fucking Rey Mysterio. I remember ordering VHS tapes of freaking Rey Mysterio freaking compilations, but Best of Rey Mysterio from Mexico, Best of Rey Mysterio from Japan, and freaking just seeing that, borrowing it from friends, and freaking dubbing that shit was freaking great. They had freaking white t-shirts. Bruh, this is like I spent about $900 at the superstore. Like I bought me stuff, but I bought doubles. So and I hooked up a couple coworkers, and they dug that shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm always giving. It's like you always gotta give back, bro. I got a homie at work that every time I go somewhere, I bring him back a t-shirt, whether it's freaking an ICP show or freaking like a comic convention or maybe just a trip to LA. You know, I always bring this homeboy back something. And you got to take care of the fresh people in your life. There's freaking you got to choose where you freaking indulge your energy because freaking you can't be feeding these energy vampires, brother, not doing anything for you. If somebody does something for you, if they give you the time of day, you know what I mean, to have a genuine conversation. You can only count that in 10 on one hand, bro. How many people I know? You know what I mean? There's freaking Cody Rhodes' outfit, bro. The last one was Andy Kaufman's fit. That was super fresh. Bro, Andy Kaufman had a freaking. That's his actual wrestling freaking gimmick. Which is freaking crazy. You know what I mean? That's Cody Rhodes. Like, there's Andy Kaufman's gimmick right there, bro. He wrestled Jerry the King Lawler and that shit. There's his championship belt. Come on. Bro, how fresh is that, bro? How freaking awesome is that? Bruh, just seeing this, like, I ain't gonna lie, I complain about my life a lot, bro, but this was freaking fresh. Living like this freaking, the Great Muda's fucking outfit from his last match, bro. And both of his masks. Man, it's good to see the Muda freaking get inducted, bro. That's another guy I freaking would fucking tape trade for. Muda was freaking sick. Muda freaking had it all, bro. He was freaking out the first full. I seen him doing backflips. Oh, Eddie Guerrero's lowrider, bro. Come on. Come on, nah. Come on. That's freaking fresh. Like, does it get any better than that? Freaking, there's just so much fresh shit, man. Like original belts, original tag team belts, bro. They had a freaking Midwest Championship belt in there too, bro. Like, how much do you think those would go for? I bet you. And you know what's funny is those belts aren't even owned by WWE. They're freaking probably on loan by freaking Conrad Thompson or some shit. You know, it's freaking not even theirs, bro. They freaking get a lot of the stuff on loan. Sick. Bro, this is freaking. To a wrestling fan, bro, this is everything. This is Mecca for freaking a wrestling fan, bro. Eddie Guerrero's lowrider, bro. Like, my wig was split. Fuck, bro. It was just dope championship belts left and right. And freaking that Austin belt, bro. They had that Austin belt here, freaking, but it was on the other side. I didn't really get to it. I should have got to it. The skull belt, right? That shit was dope. She was so good. Legit, bro. Wherever you go, there's something fresh. I swear to God, this is so fresh. This is freaking Mecca, bro. Of freaking wrestling figures, bro. They had figures freaking that they never had for sale there. Freaking replicas and shit. That old school freaking late 80s WWE ring, bro. From Jake the Snake Roberts, Roddy Piper. They had a whole Nitro set, bro. But and you know what's funny is you couldn't even buy these. These aren't for sale. These are just for display. They had the WCW backdrop, bro, for freaking the ring entrance. Come on now. Come freaking on, bro. How fresh is that? How freaking wig splitting is that? That's the original one, bro. How many freaking main fucking blockbuster events has that sign seen, bro? Freaking too many, bro. And so I guess less is more. To access, normally you would get way too much shit. right? And here you're not getting as much, but freaking, I guess it all means something when you're not getting freaking. I guess it means something if it's not a lot. You know what I mean? Like I remember at the freaking Axis in Santa Clara when they had the Santa Clara WrestleMania. They had the fucking Hell in the Cell there set up, and some dude climbed on top of it, bro, and a bunch of fucking security guards came out of nowhere, fucking put hell fucking rifles to this fool and shit. They weren't playing, bro. Yeah, security at these events, bro, they come freaking strapped, and that shit freaking many, bro. So freaking, that's where fucking random people are just playing 2K against each other, 2K23. Bro, I gotta freaking stream 2K23, bro. I'm getting really good at that shit. We'll make that a Twitch channel, bro. We'll stream that shit, bro. I have so many IRLs we can watch. Freaking the story of my life, bro. I've been doing I've been doing IRL since freaking 2016. I fucking got IRLs from fucking The Gathering. I got IRLs from fucking wrestling events. Freaking, I got IRLs. You know what? I just wish that they freaking had the fucking chat. They recorded the chat with the Instagram lives when you watch them, but because they're like lost forever and shit. You know what I mean? But I did a lot of YouTube IRLs too that were freaking pretty lit. I got years worth of stuff like this, bro. Yeah, I guess life isn't that bad. Life is not that bad. This is the wrestling convention, bro. This is the actual convention. I'll show you guys where freaking Butch was freaking taking those shots. It was over here on this side over here. I'll come back around. But just to be around wrestling fans, bro. Freaking everybody wooing back and forth and shit. Freaking this over here is where freaking. So check this out, man. So all this right here, you don't need a wristband for. They have a fucking like New Japan was doing had a freaking store right there, and up here was freaking a whole nother fucking vendor, you know. And there were just wrestlers walking around left and right, bruh. I saw freaking Kenta Kabushi walking around, just chilling, bruh. I seen freaking Greg to have a Valentine, freaking Bill Goldberg, Honky Tonk Man. You can freaking, you'll see hella wrestlers in here, bruh. You'll see hell of them. A lot of indie guys. You'll see freaking, I know I seen freaking, who do I see in this? I mean, there's chicks, right? A lot of chick wrestlers, bro. We're in this, bro. It's just crazy being around the wrestling business, bro. It's crazy, just other freaking. So this area right here, you needed a wristband for, but this is the only area you needed a wristband for, right? And so if you guys go to my YouTube page right now, I freaking uploaded a video of me in an area after I just spent like 2 G's on wrestling merch. The security guard comes up to me and was just so like, "Do you have a wristband? This is a private freaking event." And then I was just like, "I don't need a wristband," because I already asked. I had asked already if I needed a wristband to be in there, and they said no. You know what I mean? And they had no problem taking my money. You know what I mean? And so as I'm walking out, they freaking stopped me, right? They said freaking, "This is a private event," and I had to get out. You know what I mean? And freaking, I wasn't having that. You know what I mean? Look at Goldberg, bro. Bill Goldberg is just chilling, fans, bro. Come on. Give him free, look at that, give him free freaking, even though people were paying over like $150 for picks, he's sitting there giving free picks. Like, come on, man. Does it get any fresher than that? I don't know. I don't think it does, bro. Bro, just chilling. And he even gave a shout out to my live stream. I wish I could freaking figure out how to get this freaking audio on the from the Instagram live to my freaking stream. Let me try to figure it out. Let's see if I can figure it out, bro, because this is so fresh. There is no way. There has to be a way. There has to be. I guess not. I guess that's something to figure out for freaking the future. But that's right there. Bill Goldberg gave me a shout out. He was like, "Hey." He shot out my live stream, bro. And I think what I was just doing, I was just fucking going around telling people to shoot a promo for my live stream. And so when I was saying that I was coming back from freaking that AAA event, I was walking up here as the ambulance was going away, and the ambulance had Butch in it. That was Thursday, right? So that was, and freaking the Hall of Fame was the next day. So another thing hella funny is I would go over here to freaking have a smoke break, right? I'm glad I got this tour of the freaking hotel so I can give you an idea of what freaking all happened here. Um, so everybody would chill right out here and just smoke, right? This is a little smoking area, right? And freaking, I don't know if you guys know who Bill Alfonso is. He used to be an ECW referee, and he ran with fucking Sabu and Robert D. Well, I think it was later on this day, right? I was out there chilling wrestling fans, and there were just freaking hobos that pulled up, right? And then I told everybody, hey, you guys, it's Bill Alfonso. And so people went over there and fucking started taking pictures with Bill Alfonso, but it wasn't him. It was just some fucking crack addict that was walking around LA, bro. And this fool playing it like he was taking pictures of people and shit. It was great. But so, man, I smoked the weed with Sabu right there. I kicked it with Sabu hella hard. We kicked it with RVD. RVD hit the same pen I hit. I know it might sound weird, but freaking, it was cool to freaking be buzzed around RVD. You know what I mean? Pretty fucking cool if you ask me. Right here is where I met Sabu for freaking that Thursday when I was coming back. Sabu was just chilling. This is the area where I saw Melina and freaking get freaking thrown out. The security threw her out right here. Right over here is where Rick Steiner and some transgender wrestler went at it, bro. They had words, and fucking Rick Steiner said some some shit he probably shouldn't have said, you know. And he got kicked out. He ended up getting kicked out. That chick went to freaking Instagram and freaking Twitter, pleaded her case, and got Rick Steiner canceled, man. So right over here is where fucking Kevin Nash beat up Punked the Fan right over here, right in front of this high spots. I think it was high spots. Yeah. Y'all want to take a tour of the New Japan store? Let's go, bruh. Let's go. New Japan T-shirts, bro. This is heaven. This is Bullet Club shirt, like Bullet Club sweaters, man. Freaking, this is the shit. Come on, bruh. Come on. I bought that. I bought a lot of. They had a jumpsuit here that I freaking. Oh, I'm wearing the jumpsuit actually. Look at this jumpsuit. Look at my freaking jumpsuit, bro. Look how fresh my jumpsuit is. You got freaking. I paid top dollar for this freaking New Japan jumpsuit, bro. They came with the freaking. Came with the freaking gear. Came with the freaking. It's the jumpsuit that the young boys wear, bro. And they only had one of them. So freaking, it was very rare, very rare, bro. And I might even get to say how much I paid for it. You guys will freaking judge me for it. But the New Japan store was dope. Yeah, they actually the day before they had a lot more shit in there. I think they sold down a lot of shit. They had a lot of fresh shit in there before. And freaking wrestlers all over the place, bro. I mean, you can just pick and choose. Freaking, who do you see? You know, you freaking a lot of indie stars, bro. A lot of indie stars. So this is that. So after hours, like after the con closes and the bar closes, everybody was just kicking it in this little area right here. All the rest, I chopped it up with one of the Nasty Boys right there, and that was the shit. You know what I mean? And then freaking, I chopped it up with freaking, who else down there? Freaking RVD for a little bit. That was dope. And everybody was being so fresh. Everybody was being so freaking fresh. And it was cool because everybody was just chilling. Nobody was really freaking, no, like the marks were really overly pushy. You know what I mean? And it's the boy Sedek, bro. I was just talking about you earlier in the live stream, bro. I praised the hell out of you, bro. Like crazy. It was crazy. And so, yeah, right here you needed a wristband, right? But they were checking for wristbands right here. You couldn't get in there. But my thing was, everybody I wanted a photo op with was the next day. So why am I going to pay $40 if I don't have to? You know what I mean? Like, and the Nasty Boys. It was only one of the Nasty Boys. It was just Brian Knobs. It wasn't Jerry Sags. You know what I mean? But freaking, just watching fucking them talk to Bushwhacker Butch and Luke. No, he was just talking to Luke. Luke was still up. Like, it was weird because Luke was walking around like nothing happened. Like, everybody was wondering where Butch was. But he was just nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? Like, and we didn't really hear. We heard he went to the hospital. But bro, there was so much shit that happened this weekend that was just ridiculous. Kevin Nash beat up a fan. Chavo Guerrero beat up a fan and got the hotel shut down. They got the hotel bar shut the fuck down. You know what I mean? That was freaking nuts. Me and Matt Cardona were chilling right here outside this little area right here, and that was freaking fresh as hell. Freaking, I was over here just waiting for an Uber with freaking, who was over there? Kenta. Kenta was just chilling with a bunch of other fucking cats, and that was so fucking fresh. That was so fucking fresh, bro. Just chilling with my idols, bro. Like, that's why I freaking preached a lot about just kicking it with my kings and queens, because I was kicking it with the kings and queens with the wrestling, and they're fucking kicking it with me like freaking. Well, of course, I was spending money on drinks for them and shit. You know what I mean? You got to pay for clout out here, I guess. But every time they saw me, I had a drink for whoever. You know what I mean? Like, if they wanted a drink, I bought them a drink. If they wanted a shot, I bought them a shot. You know what I mean? And freaking, but I wasn't just freaking buying shots for them just so they can get fucked up. I buy one shot. But some of these cats, some of these wrestling fans were just buying shot after shot after shot after shot. And fucking Bushwhacker Butch, R.I.P. the homeboy, man. The party was so fucking dope that somebody died. A wrestling freaking legend, Bushwhacker Butch, died because of how lit that freaking bar was. Come on, bruh. This whole weekend was crazy. So, what's up? That's my little cousin Jason right there. What's up, Jason, bruh? Freaking, it's crazy, bruh. Next time this fucking goes anywhere near my homies, I'm going. Next time it goes to Texas, I got family in Texas. It's going, WrestleMania is going to be in Philly next year. I got homies in Philly. I'm freaking going, bruh. It's just something, it's bigger than life, man. It's bigger, there's very few things that are bigger than life itself. And WrestleMania is one of those things. You know what I mean? Like, I've been to a handful of manias, right? But freaking, this fool could have freaking Stone Cold Steve Austin promo for me. Yeah, what a good guy, bruh. Shout out to the homeboy, bruh. Shout out to, and you know what's funny is later on I was kicking it. These guys are actually from El Cerrito. They fucking they got a board game. They got a wrestling card building deck game. They showed me all of it. They had a vendor there, and one of them freaking draws really good. They had all kinds of freaking great drawings, bro. And freaking he got a promo for me, bro. Come on, how fresh is that? Bro, I wish I could get the audio on here for you guys, because this is freaking fresh, bro. How freaking fresh this was, bro. This is like, the audio was cool too, but just this homeboy shooting a promo for me. Look at that, bro. He's killing it. Like, so if you go to this is where freaking I ran into the security and they threatened to kick me out. And this is, I need justice, people. Go to my YouTube. Go to that, me exposing the WrestleCon police. Because you didn't need a wristband to be in here. But they told me I did. You know what I mean? And this right here is the day before this fool even freaking came at me crazy. Freaking, we got old school wrestling figures, old school WCW figures, old school WWE figures. These are all signed. You know what I mean? Everything's signed, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. Like, how many freaking Ric Flair figures are there? And when you get that signature on there, that shit's expensive, bro. That shit's expensive, yo. Like, no joke. Sick. Perk Angle, bro. Perk motherfucking Angle. Bro, you wouldn't believe how freaking, like... Alright, so this right here was Friday, right? So, leading in... So, Friday night, right? It was at the Hall of Fame, right? We're at the fucking hotel lobby, right? In the bar. And we're freaking pounding them back, bro. We're drinking, we're chilling. I bought an old school Ric Flair freaking Jim Crockett, NWA Jim Crockett figure that was signed. And it's probably like Ric Flair's first freaking figure. I got a picture of it. I think it's in my freaking... it's on my Instagram. I'll show you. But I paid about $900 for it. Like a dumbass. I spent so much money out here, you guys. I spent so much money. Look, bro, you got freaking Lucha Mask hats. You got freaking... I got a hat that matches my Mil Mascara shirt, bro. Come on, bro. They had okay, so the chairs were going for freaking 300-400. I should have bought one of the chairs, but freaking I wouldn't have been able to get that on a plane. I do have freaking my WrestleMania chair from freaking when I went to fucking Nashville, Tennessee. Look at this WrestleMania chair from Nashville, Tennessee. I was on the floor with the kings and queens. Look at that, bro. Nashville's crazy, bro. People looked at me so weird. It's like they never seen a Mexican in their freaking lives, and that was freaking nuts. Like, I'm glad I went with homies. I'm glad because there's definitely been many where I went by myself, you know. And this is the one. This exactly wasn't one of them because I had friends in the area, and I had coworkers, and freaking I had homies that were freaking there. I knew hella people from LA that were there. Bro, Tito Santana, come on, bro. Signed Tito Santana Hall of Fame photo, bro. Alexa Bliss. Freaking Cade's Hall of Fame signed, bro. I just spent so much money. It was ridiculous. Hayabusa, bro. Yeah, Luda Vachon. Come on. Freaking. There's something about the wrestling business, bro. There's something about this shit. The fandom, bro. If freaking two people are talking about football, that's all I do is you can watch ESPN, right? And freaking you'll be at work or something, or freaking waiting for a bus or in public, and people are just having the same conversation about what they heard on ESPN. You know what I mean? And freaking football is only certain times of the year. Wrestling's all freaking year round, and every continent has freaking different stars and different styles. And just watching freaking the biggest star from over here from Japan wrestled the biggest star from freaking Mexico, and those two styles fusing to make this great spectacle is freaking amazing, bro. That's what I always love about pro wrestling. If I'm gonna spend 4Gs to see WrestleMania, I know I'm getting the best show ever. How many good Super Bowls have you seen? In your life? Like the last one was the last good one I've seen in freaking forever. Like, and most of them those are set up too. Oh, I think I got that. I think I got the video of the Jim Crockett freaking figure that I bought. And so freaking Jason, I'll show you, bro. It's supposed to be on here. Freaking, I had to tie my shoe. I was doing too much running around. But out of all IRL streams, this one was probably one of my favorite. You know, I've done IRL streams of freaking Detroit. I've done out of freaking the Fallen and like that's freaking Jay. That's a whole other story, bro. That's crazy. Every fucking empire falls. But you know what? Adam is acting like a peasant, bro. Because a true king brings everybody else up with them. You know what I mean? A real king, you know, protects his kingdom. You know what I mean? And he started doing. I love the end of the day. I love freaking Disconnected, but Adam's starting to do more politics type shit, and he just sounds dumb when he talks politics. His freaking white privilege shows so much. He just calls everybody else dumb, and your opinion ain't right, and blah blah blah. Like his brain is going to a different direction, and I think that's gonna get him a lot more views. But freaking, I love the fact that I love the community. The community's dope, bruh. Freaking Yuri's always gonna be freaking fire, no matter how many times he gets his freaking channel demonetized. And there's just so many freaking inspiring live streamers out there, bruh. And freaking, I swear to God, I'm gonna get this shit together. Each one of these streams is gonna be a little better. You know what I mean? And freaking, this is the lobby where Chavo Guerrero beat up that fan. I walked up on that shit. Freaking, he had the fan on the floor choking him and shit. And security ran up and freaking took Chavo Guerrero. And then I didn't see Chavo Guerrero for the rest of the weekend. So let's get into this boogeyman story, bruh. So check this out. So Senek, my boy Senek was there. My boy Cody was there, right? And we were freaking. It was Friday. It was Saturday night. Right? Was it? No, it was Friday. What day was that where fucking the boogeyman punked the shit out of me? Yeah, it must have been Friday. No, it wasn't. Because Cody wasn't there Friday. What day was that, bro? That day was Saturday. It had to be Saturday. It had to have been Saturday. Because that was the only day that me, Senek, and Cody were all there. Like, Senek had left. And we did a night there at the bar, and then Cody had left. Cody wasn't there the first day. It was Saturday night, all right? So me, Cody, and freaking Senek were freaking setting up stuff. Yeah, before we get to Sabu, okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into that shit. So freaking, so we're chilling at the bar. There's wrestlers everywhere. RVD, Freaking Adam Cole baby was chilling. Awesome Kong was chilling. Uh, they were all just freaking. Everybody was vibing and shit. And me and the homies, I bought beer here and there. I bought a beer for freaking Masada. I offered Rob Black from XPW was there. I offered him a beer. I offered Sabu a beer, but he was already double fisted. And freaking, so we're chilling. We're just vibing on the side, and this fucking big fucking buff ass dude comes out of nowhere. And he calls it, he says, "Oh, I'm a juggalo, blah, blah, blah." And so I was like, "Yeah, I saw you at the gathering." Because that's what you always say when freaking testing a juggalo. "Oh, yeah, I saw you at the gathering, blah, blah, blah." And so he was just all like, "But do you know who I am?" And he looked at me, right? And he freaking puffed up on me hella big and shit. And I was just all, "Yeah, you're Vincent Virgil." And he freaking, this fool got freaking pissed, bro. If y'all running, how can I give the context behind Virgil? He was the $1 Million Man's like lackey, and he's just dude that he does autograph signings, and he's still living off of clout from the '90s. And freaking, he's at every single autograph signing, and he's been known for not having nobody in his line, but you got to pay hella money to see him and shit. And I call it the Boogeyman, Mr. Virgil, but I've never seen Boogeyman without his face paint. You know what I mean? So he took off his hat for us, and he showed his fucking little Tri-Hawk, and I still didn't know who it was, right? So he started getting pissed, right? He called me a poser. He called me a fucking poser. And then he threatened to chop my disabled friend if freaking he didn't freaking know who he was, right? Senek knew who he was. That's the best you got. Vincent Virgil? I thought that was pretty hard. Because like I knew, right after that, I knew if he's going to kick our ass, might as well take it there and get my ass kicked. And then freaking somebody will film it and it's content, right? Yeah? And so freaking, he just freaking started getting real physical with us and shit. And I even left. I left freaking Senek and Cody alone. I don't know what happened, but I remember when I was getting more drinks, is what it was. And then freaking because homeboys get too physical, because I was about to hit him. You know what I mean? I know when to walk away from the situation. And so freaking when I'm calling the way back, I see Sabu freaking holding freaking the Boogeyman back from Cody and Senek, and Sabu of all people was double fisted with freaking beers in each hand, had to come stop freaking the Boogeyman from kicking me and my homie's ass. And that was freaking, it was crazy because I didn't know if he was trolling the living shit out of us or if he was serious. But his handler, the dude he was with, was freaking doing rounds and shit around us, doing circles and shit. He's a big ass dude, and I was freaking pretty intimidated. I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, if I need to get my ass kicked, I'm gonna get my ass kicked, and I don't give a fuck. Like, it's content, right? I was tempted to fucking go live when this fool was talking to me. But eventually we figured it out that it was the Boogeyman, and freaking, as I went and grabbed beers later on in the day, the Boogeyman and Sabu were chopping it up, right? And then I walked by him, and I'm like, "Hey, Boogeyman," because I noticed homeboy didn't have a beer, right? And he denied he was the Boogeyman, and then when I came to with the beer for him, he turned around, he's like, "Brrr," like that. It was the hell of funny. And he took my beer and he gave me a shout out. You know what I mean? And I was like, "Yeah." And so freaking, I don't know if he was trolling the shit out of us or if he was serious, but that shit was mad entertaining, bro. I get to say the Boogeyman punked the shit out of me. You know, the living shit. He punked us in front of all the wrestlers and shit. And then freaking, so we ordered food, right? We ordered some pizza, and we're waiting in front of the freaking that smoking area. And then we're freaking getting pizza to the freaking waiting for pizza. We're just chopping it up with wrestling fans. Senek was chopping it up with some wrestling fans. I was chopping it up. Me and Cody were chopping it up with some other dudes, and we were freaking just vibing hard. Hey, fucking $5 to whoever can name that wrestler in the red right there. Come on now, who can name that? Who can name Homeboy? Let's do it. Let's go. So freaking I mean, I believe it or not, bro, there's tons of freaking names I'm walking by, bro. Tons of them, bro. And freaking people are checking in, people are coming and going, they're leaving and going from autograph signings. Like, it got to a point where a lot of the wrestlers here almost outnumbered the fans, to tell you the truth. Freaking, that was dope as shit, bro. So freaking, so check this out. So we get done with the Boogeyman, we wait for food, right? And we're going back to the hotel, right? And freaking, we know that I go down and get the food. Cody and Senek are still in the lobby, or in the room. And so as I'm coming back, I noticed Sabu was right outside the fucking window, like around the corner from my room, just chilling, right? And this fucking Mark sitting there annoying the shit out of him. And you can tell, oh, look, bro, freaking the Shockmaster. Bro, the Shockmaster, he ran into a wall for me. Bro, that's like some of the most inside wrestling shit you could think of. Like only like a certain amount of wrestling fans will understand that. Well, let's do context. Context behind that is there was a WCW wrestling in the Shockmaster, and he only made one appearance. And they gave him this big ass fucking helmet, right? And it was so big that when he came out of the freaking of the wall he was supposed to bust through, it ended up knocking off, and then he ended up falling to the floor and shit, having to put it back on. It was like the biggest botch in wrestling history, but it was freaking hilarious. And Homeboy's freaking an underground legend somehow because of it, and that was pretty freaking fresh, but freaking. So we go back up, right? Where's that picture of me and Sabu? Let's go to that picture of me and Sabu. Where's it at? Come on, picture. Come on, Sabu. There it is, bro. Let's talk about Sabu. So freaking, I remember freaking ordering VHS tapes of this fool in the '90s, right? And I couldn't figure out how he got the 30-degree burns on him. Like I know wrestling's fake, and I'm a little kid, right? So I'm trying to figure out how this fool was able to freaking get these burns on him and get these cuts on him, right? And so like I'm in disbelief because I know it's fake, but I also know the freaking optical illusion that they're portraying. And I thought all these burns and cuts were freaking like just freaking done with makeup or something. But now this fool was actually out there burning his freaking body, 30-degree burns on his freaking body, bro. Cuts all over his fucking body, bro. Freaking, and he was the first one, bro. That he made wrestling real because freaking he wouldn't give a. He was one dude I freaking idolized because he didn't give a fuck about his body. He didn't care, bro. He was the only real one in professional wrestling, bro. Right there. He originated freaking aerial assault style, bro. High flying freaking moonsaults to the outside of the ring, jumps, leapfrogs out to the inside of the outside, freaking hurricanranas, and no really care for his body or what he did to his body. He would hurt himself to hurt his opponent. So I noticed this Marcus freaking giving Sabu a hard time, right? And Sabu's, I'm not saying his manager was there, not his handler, his manager. And I seen the homeboy on Instagram here and there, and I said, "What's up?" You know, and I kept walking. And so we're chilling in the freaking hotel, and me, Seneca, and Cody are all eating pizza, and we're all chopping it up. And I tell him, "Hey, bro, Sabu's down there. Let's go." And he looked hungry. Let's go give him a pizza. You know what I mean? And so we had one piece left, and me and Seneca walked over there. Cody stayed because we were only supposed to freaking go there, give him Sabu some pizza, and come back. All right. So we go over there, right, and we get Sabu the pizza, and he's talking, and he's asking us about ICP and shit, and I swear to God, he's talking so much shit about Violent J, it's ridiculous, right? Because he saw the charm, and he's like, "What does that mean to you?" Right? And I let him know straight up, like, there's things, because I got this tatted on me too, bro. There's things that Violent J has reached mentally with me that therapy could never touch, bro. Hundreds of dollars of therapy couldn't fix what Violent J taught me. You know what I mean? And it's that connection to the music, bro. And that's a whole nother podcast. But after I told him that, Sabu looked at me and he's all like, "Well, I'm glad you know that, because he sure does it." He's talking about Violent J. And so another dude that freaking Sabu was kicking it with, it was that Michael Jackson wrestler, and he knows Violent J personally. So he was freaking taking pictures of us, sending it to Violent J, you know, and freaking, I don't know if he commented back or not, but that dude was cool too. So, and we just ended up chopping it up with Sabu for freaking hot minute. We chopped it up about freaking Smoky Mountain Wrestling, about Tracy Smothers. I brought him Tracy Smothers wearing the Confederate flag and being a babyface, right? And Smoky Mountain, and you just start cracking up. And freaking, we chopped it up about old school wrestling, new school wrestling. Freaking Sabu was just cracking us up in jokes, bro. This fool kicked it with us for a minute. And just having my freaking idol right there, just kicking it with me, right? Just piecing with me, and freaking, he hit my pipe. He hit my weed pen. Sabu hit my weed pen, bruh. A freaking legend, very underrated legend too. That never gonna get his just due. Update on Sabu, bruh. We partied with Sabu so hard that night that freaking he ended up going to the hospital the next day with severe medical conditions, bruh. This is like. I didn't really know how freaking crazy of a weekend I had because it just kept going. You know what I mean? We weren't getting any sleep. Freaking Sabu kept us up to freaking Sabu. What is it? Yeah, he did. Sabu hit the pen, bro. Sabu hit the pen. He kept us up for a while too, bro. So like Thursday night, I got back to the hotel, right? After I was chilling out in the freaking lobby and shit and chilling with, I got back around 3 a.m. So I got up the next morning around like 9, slept like 6 hours, hit the fan fest. I fucking got ready for the Hall of Fame. I went and saw another event, a wrestling event, and then I went back to the hotel. I got ready, and I went to go meet my freaking homie Senate for the Hall of Fame, right? And freaking my coworkers were there too, and my coworker and her dude and her friend were freaking fresh. They're wrestling fans. We sat there and chopped it up about wrestling nonstop. You know what I mean? It's cool just to have a crew of people you're going with. You know what I mean? Because a lot of WrestleManias, a lot of these adventures I made by myself. You know what I mean? Like, just the fact that I had to go by myself wasn't gonna stop me from freaking enjoying my life. A lot of people freaking have that freaking mentality to where they need somebody there to enjoy this with. You know what I mean? Or if they gotta go by themselves, they're not going. You know what I mean? Even if I couldn't talk anybody to go with me, I go to shows. You know what I mean? And I'm just in the mosh pit fucking wilding out. You know? Sabu, man, Sabu's a legend. Sabu freaking for real though. Jason for real. Like moments like this right here are priceless. I mean, we're freaking. That's like freaking. It's like somebody meeting freaking a legend. It's like meeting Barry Bonds, bro. You know what I mean? That's like meeting your freaking idol. And freaking. I'm gonna lie, bro. This dude influenced a lot of my wrestling style. If y'all seen a lot of my early wrestling stuff, bro, I was freaking suicidal as hell. I really didn't care about what happened to my body. I was never planning to live this long. And it wasn't even until like the last 5 years that I freaking actually freaking cherish my life. Like, I actually want to live. You know what I mean? Before it was just like, all right, let's go to Gathering and get as messed up as we can and go as hard as we can and come back after a week and then be hospitalized for a week and then freaking have the mentality that you know you're gonna have to save up all the AR from work for that week and freaking a week after to recover. Bro, how many I can freaking that's a whole nother podcast, bro. I can go over every gathering and freaking it sucks when it sucks. It's the greatest thing ever, but it sucks because it's nonstop 24/7 and there's too much fresh shit to see and there's eventually you're gonna freaking burn yourself out. You know what I mean? You can place yourself as much as possible, but eventually you're gonna burn your ass out. Freaking Eddie Guerrero's lowrider, bro. That's it. Freaking skateboards. Yeah, look at that, bro. That's king shit. Bro, you work hard your whole life to reach a certain level, right? And you're never really satisfied, right? Because I think we hold ourselves to other people's standards. Like, this dude's living so much better than me. I need to be on that level. And you're never truly satisfied with where you are in life. But I just freaking, over the last year and a half, I realized that you have to be happy with who you are and where you are in life. Because freaking, you gotta hold yourself to your own standards. And I'm sitting on the floor at WrestleMania. Boss shit. King shit. King motherfucking shit. I think why I want to go live more is because I think I lived a lot of experiences that freaking are one of a kind. You know what I mean? Like, I always knew I was never like the rest. Freaking, I couldn't just sit there and talk about football, you know what I mean? Or talk about baseball because it was everybody else's shit. I needed something that was just mine. You know what I mean? And it's been like that with wrestling. It's been like that with music. You know what I mean? I didn't want to jump on a subculture when it was on fire. I wanted to jump on it before it caught fire. You know what I mean? I wanted to find out about these wrestlers before they made it to WWE. You know what I mean? Oh, and then I also just freaking word of mouth with other people, being like, "Yeah, I was checking this dude out. Yeah, I was checking this dude out." And it was wild, man. Why do I want to live? It's not that I never wanted to live, but like, I always freaking tested. I mean, you've seen all my wrestling shit. I freaking getting power bombed on concrete, dropping on my neck. I had to live a life on the edge because I got this freaking spirit of a freaking like Aztec warrior or something that you just couldn't kill. Where I've been out here in the streets. I've been shot at from fucking 5 feet away, and freaking the bullets never hit me. You know, there's times where I should have fucking ran for my life, but I didn't. And there was something like protecting me. You know what I mean? And I've tested freaking life so much, and especially with a lot of the wrestling shit, a lot of the gathering shit. I went in there knowing, all right, let's freaking have the time of my life, and if I die, I die. You know what I mean? And freaking somehow, some way, I made it through it each time. I recovered fast. You know what I mean? And my recovery was fast because I got this freaking spirit. You know what I mean? And freaking, it's crazy because like every single subculture or friend group that I was ever in throughout my whole life, people always say, "Oh yeah, those were the good old days. Those days, the good old days." You know what I mean? And I'm still making memories, and freaking, I guess I have the spirit. You know what I mean? That I want to translate, and it's weird because like was never much of an internet person, right? Because you really can't comprehend my full spirit through a live stream. You have to be there in person to know. You know what I mean? And you have to know me to know. You know. But well, it's funny because even now I don't. I mean, if I get, I mean, do you see? You can see the area I live in. Like a lot of the Oakland fucking hood videos are all around where I'm living right now. Over here on 14th, over here on 19th. You know what I mean? I don't, it's not that I don't care if I live or die. I'm not scared of death. You know, I'm not freaking because once you're scared of death and once you're scared of dying, that's when something actually out here is gonna happen to you. You know, you attract that aura, man. You know what I mean? That's why when I walk up and down these streets, freaking gangbangers, crackheads, drug addicts, I walk around with my head high. And you best believe I got that on me too. So if they did try something, I wish a motherfucker would. You know what I mean? But freaking, I've been tested out here. You know what I mean? And freaking, so I was chilling. Freaking, I was coming back from work. I think freaking around 11 a.m. Right, 11 p.m. Right, and freaking, I knew I should not have been going down this street, but it was a shortcut. Right, so I took it. Right, there was something in me that was saying, "Don't go down there," and the fact that it told me not to made me want to go down there. You know what I mean? And so I'm rolling down the street, and there's an island, right? There's an island right in the middle, right, where there's bushes and shit, right? And so freaking as I'm walking down, I can see this fool. You know, I'm fully aware of my all surroundings at all times. You know what I mean? Oakland's wild. I'm not human. You know, bro. You already know from my IG stories, bro. You already know. And so freaking, so I'm walking down the street and I see this fool walk, you know, towards my side, but he just stays in the island. He doesn't walk all the way across, right? And so I'm peeping this fool, right? And so at this point, I can do two things, right? I can keep walking down, right, and wait for him to jump out at me, or I can just start walking straight towards him. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna try to attack me either way, right? So I just start storming, right? I go into the street and I start storming straight at him, like freaking strutting, right? And he jumps out and pulls out a fucking blade, right? And starts walking towards me. And my dumb ass, I start running towards this fool. And this fool runs, bro, for his life. And he was the one with the knife. You know what I mean? And I chased this fool for blocks, yelling, "Motherfucker, get the fuck over here!" And he jumps into a freaking park. And this is at night. And there's a park, so there was no lights, right? So he jumps into the darkness and I can hear him. And I'm out there just freaking going bad on this fool. "You motherfucker, get the fuck out here, motherfucker!" Yelling, right? And freaking for a good 20 minutes. Because I can hear him, right? You can't see him, right? Because it's in the dark. And I wasn't about to go in there and chase him because if I can't see him, who knows what he had? I mean, he had a knife on him, you know? But freaking, I had mine on me too, motherfucker. So freaking, I wish a motherfucker would out here. You know, you gotta be crazy. We're crazy. Freaking, I have so many situations like that out here. There was fucking a time where me and a homie were talking to each other, and this dude came up. Was like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" Right? And my dumb ass was just all like, "I'm talking to myself, motherfucker. What the fuck are you gonna do about it?" Right? And then this fool had the nerve to call me crazy. Like, okay, bro, you were just freaking. It was just there's so much fucking crazy situations out here. So I'm not saying that I want to die. I'm saying I want to live, but I'm not scared to die. And freaking, but I'm also freaking will get bored living a freaking normal life. You know what I mean? Like living in freaking I can freaking go to San Leandro and live peacefully. I freaking when I leave Oakland and like just for the night, especially in LA or something, and everything's quiet, I'm trying to sleep. My brain just can't sleep. I need people screaming. I need fucking sirens. I need fucking all this clutter, people yelling and all this freaking. And it's been like that for. It's like this shit follows me wherever I go. Because if y'all remember my freaking when I lived in the 700 foothill, how crazy that shit was. That shit every night there was freaking somebody dying in front of the house. You know what I mean? You're around death so much, bruh, that it doesn't even phase you. You know, and there was always somebody getting shot. You got to a point where I would get upset that somebody had gotten shot in front of my house. And they had both blocks locked off. And I didn't even care that somebody had died. I was just pissed that I can't get to my freaking pad because freaking this fool had to get shot. You know, and now I gotta wait. You know what I mean? And freaking, I know when I say that it sounds bad, bro, but freaking, that's the mentality. That's the mentality we're going for, bro. And it's freaking hard. It's hard, it's hard life. But through all this fucking chaos is where I become freaking like a lotus flower, bro. Throughout all this shit and grime and shit, I bloom into this flower, you know what I mean? Here I am at freaking WrestleMania, bro. Come on. On top of the fucking world. Like, if I worked my whole life just for this moment, it's fucking worth it. We showed that, bro. Me and Masada, my coworker. That sign, bro. If y'all saw that sign, you know, bro. Freaking, we're all over with that sign, bro. All fucking over with that, bro. Legit. Freaking. I have so much freaking. My life is freaking crazy, bro. I got a new jumper live. Y'all want to see freaking me make it rain at my mom's house? I made it rain freaking $800 in bills, bro. This, like, a lot of people like to talk like they're a boss. They like to rap like they're a boss, bro. But to freaking make it rain $800 on Christmas at your mom's house, that's freaking boss. Freaking everybody came home with money that night, bro. Everybody got paid. Freaking everybody left with more than $60, bro. That's boss status. That's working your ass off to make your parents proud. You know what I mean? And once you freaking hit your 30s, you start really realizing your freaking parents' struggles, bro. And freaking my life, freaking, my mom's a straight G. My mom freaking always did the good thing, always did the right thing. She had that spirit, bro. And freaking, that's why personally I could never freaking got into fucking any shady ass shit in my life. Because I was raised right. To freaking work my ass off, you know what I mean? Do the right thing just to freaking have moments like this where you can make it rain fucking money, you know? And it's their son doing it, you know what I mean? And freaking, I get, once you hit your 30s, you just want to make your mom proud. You just want to make your parents proud. Bruh, you know what it is, Jason, for real? Like, this era of wrestling have lost its culture. Like, if you ever watch the Attitude Era, there's freaking posters everywhere, bro. And freaking, I think this era's just out of touch. I still bring the posters. Freaking Jason, you were with me when we had that Hatchet Man poster at, what was that, SmackDown? But it's like, it's lost its culture, bro. It's sad. I don't know. I like watching this. I like watching me make it rain freaking $800 at my mom's house for Christmas. Nobody will ever forget that. Now this is freaking boss status, bro. For real, bro. I challenge all of you to better your lives just to make your parents proud of you. There was an idealistic of me, right? That isn't freaking me freaking being able to make it rain $800 because I don't live that freaking idealistic. But you would never freaking, if you didn't know me very well, you never know that I would do something like this. I always thought outside the freaking this normie bubble that people live in. I've always been outside it. there's people are so predictable, bro, and I've always been so unpredictable with everything I do, right? Because my brain just works so differently, bro. Here I am freaking making a rain $800 just for fucking family clout. You know? Just so all the aunties can be like, oh yeah, you know, they'll be on the phone with somebody later. Oh yeah, Sylvia son made a ring, $800, blah blah blah, and just to put that shine on because freaking my stepdad and my mom deserve that shit. You know what I mean? You start freaking appreciating that shit more, you know. And a lot of people can talk, they're big boss, and they got all this money, and they're in music videos with all this freaking jewelry and the gun and whatnot, and they think they're cool. But what's freaking more cool? Somebody acting hard in a music video, or freaking you going to a fucking family Christmas and freaking blowing $800 just to make everybody else's fucking life, you know, just for some family clout. And, hey, Jason, come through, bro. Jason, what happened to Caesar? Jason, call me. Call me on Instagram. I want to hear what happened to my fucking nephew, bro. With all this fucking ruckus I'm hearing, bro. What's this ruckus, bro? What happened to my nephew? Freaking come through. Jason, get on the freaking podcast, bro. Get on here with me. Get on the live. I want to bring all my homies on, bro. I want to bring all freaking Jason, you too, bro. You got a freaking kindred spirit on you, man. You just gotta know how to channel that shit, man. And freaking make it make money for you. Because I swear to God, with this streaming shit, I can sit here and talk to myself all day. The best freaking streamers I've ever seen are people that can stream in front of nobody and just carry a conversation. You know what I mean? Great conversation, hold a great stream. Oh, he's calling. Jason. Hold on, Jay. What's good?
What's up?
Hey, you on the live stream right now?
They can hear me.
Yeah, they can hear you, bro. Hey, so what happened to your...
Man, he been doing this.
Yeah, shout out to me, bro. Jason knows, bro. I've been doing my thing out here, bro. Always look out for my family. He'll tell you too. I always look out for my family.
Yeah, for sure. But
what happened to Caesar?
he was just walking to work, man.
Yeah.
Then some 25-year-old pulled up on him in the truck. It was like,
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he was like, "Did you snitch on my homie or something?" He was like, "Nah."
Yeah.
They call him Lil Migo over there because he's like the only Mexican dude, right? So
Yeah.
he was like, "Yeah, that's me." Then he whipped out the gun.
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, bro. Like, I'm good, bro. I'm just trying to go to work." Then he shot at him.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he shot at him 8 times, but he only got hit once in the ankle.
Damn. So it is true.
Yeah.
And is he good?
Yeah, he's good. He's recovering good. You know, he's just blessed though, cause you know, 8 shots, bro, and he was like in close range.
Yeah. Bruh. All right, I'm gonna give him a call later.
He's recovering. Yeah.
It's just crazy how homeboy he's trying to get his life together, right? Trying to do the right thing, gets a job, he's on his way to work, and gets freaking shot, bruh. Like.
Nah, he was supposed to get a ride from his friend, but his friend couldn't give him a ride or something. He was like, "Nah, not today."
So
he was already running late. So he tried to
do you think he was set up?
Nah, I don't think so. I just think like, I don't know.
So that
certain things happen like
that's true.
or like in certain order, you know what I'm saying? And he was just trying to, do his own thing. I told him like, just do good.
Yeah, bro.
He's like, yeah. That was like his second day too.
Fuck. I swear to God, but the devil's out there, man. You could try to get your life together all you want, but you're gonna take an L eventually, and it's gonna be a hard L. You know?
You gotta get right, like fully, cause I don't know. It's just like who you be around, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people learn the hard way sometimes.
Bro, I've learned.
My brother though, I tell him, keep his head up. He's blessed. It could have been worse, bro.
And how'd you hear about this?
My mom called me crying. I woke up, typical, something you see in the movie, bro.
Yeah.
It didn't even feel real.
It fucking got to you too, fucking by the jugular, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't even react really, cause it was like, I don't know, like I always like thought like, man, what if my brother got shot? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess like I kind of like premeditated it, like, cause
Yeah.
you know it's the worst that could happen. You know what I'm saying? Especially being around certain people. So
Yeah. There's a fucking kindred spirit watching over him, bro. Because I've been in those situations too where you get shot at and freaking that shit, your life flashing before your eyes, bro. That shit will change you. Like,
yeah, it's just cause like, bro, a lot of people are praying over you. A lot of people praying over Caesar. You know what I'm saying? And most people, they don't got people praying over them. That's why
we don't.
the worst happens.
We don't. And freaking, I know a lot of people, right, that I was growing up that are freaking, that I've always thought, like, they're more mentally fucked up than me, right?
Yeah.
So how come they can't get right? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we're probably on the same level of freaking mental health, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But how come I got it right and they didn't? And I think you come to a point where in your 30s you realize it's because you freaking got a family that freaking actually gives a fuck about you. And they didn't, you know?
Yeah, you gotta start thinking about, if something did happen to you, how would these people react? You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta be mindful that a lot of people care about you, even if you don't care about yourself.
You
know
do.
what I'm saying? So,
And that takes time, bro. You don't realize that till you're like 20, in your late 20s. Especially me, bro. Especially with all that crazy fucking shit that I fucking lived through. I used to post, I even stopped posting crazy shit that I lived through because freaking I just don't want to scare people, bro. It comes to a point where, oh yeah, that's so fresh. Oh, Oakland's so fucking crazy, blah, blah, blah. But it's getting to a point out here where it's just freaking, the mental health crisis out here is freaking crazy and people are freaking losing their nut. And it's just not funny. It's freaking heartbreaking.
yeah, it's becoming desensitized like to death, bro.
Ain't that true? And my thing is, check this out. My thing is, let me speak on this real fast. So there'll be a mass shooting in Colorado, all over the news. There'll be a mass shooting in Oregon, all over the news. There's a mass shooting in Oakland. It's not making the news. It's there's a quality of life. There's a quality of life out here that is not being held to the standards as other places in the United States. And it's crazy. It's a fucked up system the way the world got us, bro. But you know what? As fucked up as it is, it's a fucking genius system. Whoever created this, is keeping us in a rat race. You know?
Yeah.
As fucked up it is, as fucked up as I want to say a fuck the system, I respect it because it's whoever created this is genius because everybody's falling straight in line.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. A lot of people are blind. They only hear what people tell them. They don't try to go out and look for themselves.
It gets to a point where a lot of people just can't think for themselves nowadays. It's freaking because all Facebook has to do is post a video of a freaking social injustice, and out of nowhere now everybody's a social justice warrior. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden here comes a pandemic. A pandemic comes. All of a sudden everybody's like an expert scientist on what COVID-19 is. You know, all of a sudden the Super Bowl happens. All of a sudden everybody's a football expert. You know, it's great. It's funny. It's funny. And I never really thought about do other people see it the same way, you know? But they got us controlled, bro.
Yeah.
They got us by the jugular, and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just because we can't really speak on it. Because if we speak on it, they're gonna cancel us.
You're right. They'll find a way.
Or even dead. So.
Ain't that a trip? That's why I'm not really speaking on it right here. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm pretty sure people know, but a
Yeah.
lot of people just don't want to talk because nothing will change.
That's true, and it gets to a point where people are just content. They're content with freaking knowing that like things may be okay. Because once you start getting deeper into what this world does to us and what this world has gotten like mentally into us, it's so much better just to give in than to fucking actually fight. Because anybody that's actually fighting the good fight is going insane, mentally going insane. Because there's things aren't set up to think outside the box. But I'm pretty fucking hurt up about what happened to Caesar, man.
Yeah, I mean, bro, tell me about it, man. I grew up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my little brother, man. I would, I'd rather have it happen to me than him.
Yeah, ain't that something else?
Yeah.
Bro,
but,
we gotta get him on the pod.
yeah, for sure.
What you should call him?
Yeah.
Hey,
That'd be cool.
have you ever seen the fucking pictures of my dad when he got shot up by those police?
Nah.
Bro, my dad, I don't know, I think you might have met my dad once.
Yeah.
But
I met your dad a couple times.
my dad's a straight fucking G, bro. He has one of those spirits. There was a freaking. I'll tell you about this. I'll tell you about the story if you got the time, bro. So there was freaking my mom, my dad, and me were in the car. I think Bob was too young. My brother was too young, but they had us in the car, and the fucking police came right through, right, and it was right in front of my grandma's house where everybody hung out. They had a freaking like a local street gang there and shit called VGF, and it was just my uncles and his homies, right.
Yeah.
And so fucking my dad was going to drop me and my mom off, right? And the cops pulled up right after, right? And then all the homies come out, right? They fucking grab me and they throw me. I'm like 5 years old. They throw me to the floor. My mom gets out crying, right? Freaking they pull my dad out and just start kicking the shit out of him, right? Beating his ass right in front of me, right? And all the homies were all like, hey, motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. But they had a crew of fucking cops. So like 3 or 4 of them were beating him up while the other 2 were holding gats at everybody, right? Trying to hold their people back. And freaking they beat the shit out of him, right? And they start walking away and my pops gets up, right? And he's just all like, you hit like a fucking bitch. And they were like, what? And they came through and they started kicking the shit out of my pops some more, right? And they started fucking beating the shit out of this fool, right? And then freaking they walked away again. And freaking he got back up again and was like, you hit like a fucking bitch. And they came back and they started kicking his ass some more. You know what I mean? And freaking, there was a time where these cops, they shot at my dad, bro. There's freaking video. I'm sure different cops. You know what I mean? But my pops has been shot multiple times, and he's lived through. He's like I told you in that fucking, like I was talking to you in the chat, bro. He had a kindred spirit that freaking, you can't die, even though he's done so much damage to his body, even though he's done so many fucking drugs. There's that fucking spirit that just can't die. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy how like he's done so much damage, and he's probably living better than I am. He's probably more healthier than me. Like,
I mean, that's probably where you get it from.
yeah, I think so, man. I'm trying to figure out. I think life is like a fungus, right? And everybody's made of different molecules, right? And you produce the molecules in your brain about how you want to be projected to the world, right? But not everybody's made from the same molecules. You know what I mean? There's just like, I feel like there's this, like you said, I think we got freaking people that are looking after us, bro. I think my grandma was a straight saint, bro. So now that she's passed on, she's looking after everybody, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when we all got sick with COVID and shit, right? Everybody went to the hospital, right? And I didn't, right? And I'm sitting there freaking sweating, right? And I started hallucinating and shit, and I talked to freaking Grandma Nico for like 30 minutes. Yeah. It started freaking, she was just letting me know things are gonna be okay. And it was just good hearing her voice. But it was, yeah.
Did you see her?
Yeah. But it wasn't how you would think. You know what I mean? It's not like it's being projected. It was just it was a spiritual thing. I could feel her. You know what I mean? And then I was the COVID had me so fucked up that I probably should have been in the hospital, right? That I was just freaking hallucinating. Because I remember like earlier that day too, when I knew it was kicking my ass, was when I was watching Vlad TV. I was just watching a Vlad TV interview, right? And I was fucking Vlad was talking to me. And I got up and I'm like, what the fuck? Right?
Yeah.
And it was just like a phase, but it was just a phase, right? It was just, and then once it got the COVID started kicking my ass was when I actually had that conversation with her, bro. And yeah, bro, she just letting us know she's watching over us, man. She paid her dues. She paid her dues to God, man. She was she prayed every day. You know what I mean? The best,
man, that's wonderful.
Best human being there is, bro. But I think it's also because we're Catholic and shit that we're more spiritually connected to freaking the other side than I think other freaking cultures.
Yeah, but I mean, some people can be like Catholic, bro, but it's all about the relationship that you have with God.
That's true.
You can be Catholic, but most Catholic people, they judge other people, and that's
You're right about that. They're capping. They're freaking. Everybody got a different like idealistic of what it is. Like I don't know if have you ever seen anything that didn't move or a ghost or anything? Hell yeah.
But nah, it's just like I guess it's just, with me, it's just like the feeling like there's like so many people that passed away that like
Fuck yeah, bro.
that died about like to God and stuff, like being faithful like that. And, like there's just like a feeling where I'm not alone. Even though I am. I don't know. It's all about faith, bro. It's like if people can die happily, knowing that they're sick and not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like it's inspiration. Like it's inspiration to be honest.
That's some real shit.
Yeah, because people like on their deathbed, they know they're gonna die, and they're so peacefully like.
You die peacefully, and I don't even think it matters what religion that you follow. It's just about your. It's your. Because I think the only thing this world can't take from you is your spirit. It can manipulate. It can manipulate your spirit, but you control that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think if you put out so much good vibes, you just create a good afterlife for yourself. Like you said, like a lot of Catholics are freaking closed-minded and shit. Those are the wrong. But there's people like that in every religion. There's people like that in every subculture. There's people like that in every nationality. But there's also freaking those good people in it. You know what I mean? So I don't really judge people on a fucking social class or a color or anything. I judge people on a spiritual level. Where are you at? What's your circle look like around you?
What they're willing to do if they're greedy or they're selfless.
Yeah.
Just really fill out the person because they can say whatever, but it's about how they act.
That's true. It's your actions. Your actions speak louder than freaking words over here. Bro, I'm still bugging over what happened to Caesar, bro. That's crazy. You heard it here first, bro. My fucking little nephew got shot.
You're only 17 and 25-year-old did that.
And did he know this fool?
Yeah.
Fuck. What?
So, like, white dude, like, was trying to be a gangster and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
You're right. The swamps out there are crazy.
Bro, they're too crazy, especially a small town, bro. Like,
yeah.
If you just walk into work, bro, you gonna see like a cool amount of people like you might disagree with. So it's like, I don't know. I just like, man, I don't know. I mean, I was in Vallejo one time and I got shot with a paintball gun. They did drop by.
Oh, I got hit with those too. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's one thing I went through. Like, yeah, I mean, I got shot right in my eye with like a big paintball, but I thought it was over because it's like, who's gonna do a drive-by like with a paintball?
That's true. Yeah. Your life flashes before your eyes.
Yeah, then I know like when something like that happens like that, you get adrenaline to where like you just want to keep on moving.
Yeah, just run. Run for your life. I'm freaking glad I never freaking really got. Because there is a lot of times where I probably could have. And I look back at life and I realize how many freaking dangerous situations I've randomly put myself into that could have been freaking bad for me. But I just can't help put myself in those situations.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you're gonna trip out over my neighborhood when you come through.
Where you stay at?
You're freaking right. So do you remember when we were chilling in downtown Oakland? Remember we were chilling on 12th Street, just kicking it. Like I live.
You gotta tell me like what we did and stuff.
I think we went and scored some tree. And then we ate that freaking Nations.
Oh yeah.
See,
I think
that area was Jack London. I live more towards like the 19th Street BART. Like there's a Fox Theater. I don't know if you know where the Fox Theater is, but I live down the street from that.
Is that like the one that's like the only is that the only theater in Oakland?
No, there's a couple of them, but this one is right off of freaking. It's like basically I live 2 blocks away from Lake Merritt, and then I live one block away from freaking 19th Street BART.
Okay, yeah.
And
I definitely know the BART.
I live right on San Pablo, which is freaking the whole stretch of San Pablo is crazy. Like even leading all the way up to Richmond, that whole stretch is just freaking.
If you're bold enough, like one time you should go like live streaming, walking through like, you know what I'm saying, like walking through the cities at night.
Well, like I said, if I get, like I said earlier in the stream, if I get to 1,000 subs, I'm at 500 right now. If I get to 1,000 subs, we're getting the Oakland IRL stream, and freaking I'm getting my phone jacked on purpose.
get you a license and get a gun.
Oh, trust me, I'm taken care of out here. Trust me. I don't know about no license. I don't know how to score something like that. For freaking.
Yeah, I know, bro. You can't be moving like that. You got your mother looking out for you.
I know it's crazy. It's like, what do? You go out unprotected, or you go out protected.
Yeah.
But freaking, I've been in so many crazy situations that I know my spirit got me, but I'm not gonna freaking count my freaking blessings. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and take advantage of it.
Yeah, because, a blessing, you count your blessings, but you take advantage of your blessings, it's gonna run out.
That's true. But it's crazy though. All I gotta do is walk a couple blocks and I'm freaking in a danger zone. Yeah. It's like
It's crazy. I mean, I feel like you always, besides living like in San Lorenzo, like, you always been around that though.
it's crazy. It follows me, bro.
Yeah.
Cause even at work, I mean, freaking like people say like it's only crazy when I'm there.
Yeah.
And freaking I'm sitting there dealing with freaking drug addicts and shit. People yelling and screaming at me, and I'm sitting there all calm. Because I could deal. I guess I could deal with crazy people, and I think that's what benefits me. You know what I mean? Is I could deal with I could deal with crazy people. You're talking.
I was gonna say, my grandpa's calling me. I'll hop back on,
All right, motherfucker.
alright?
Good talking to you, killer.
Alright. I'll be on the stream though.
Whoop whoop. Damn, bro, my cousin freaking. I wasn't ready for that. Was not ready to hear that my freaking little nephew got freaking shot, bro. But like, it's crazy because like, there's so many. I hear so many stories about people getting shot out here, and the homies getting shot, or somebody freaking passing away, that you just get desensitized to it, man. I'm just glad my nephew's okay, bro. That's freaking nuts, bro. I don't know where to go from here. I don't. What do I do? Do I keep talking about this? Like, it's crazy because like the homeboys, like the little homie said, man, that like we're desensitized to freaking violence out here. Like, I can't get away from this badness, bro. I just got to call my little nephew freaking got shot in the freaking leg. I'm glad he's freaking alive and shit. Caesar, if you're watching, bro, call in, Caesar. Call the fuck in, bro. I need to hear from my cousin. Freaking, I just need to hear my nephew's okay, bro. So that's my homie Jason. Jason is my mom's husband, which is my stepdad, which is basically my dad, daughter's son, and his brother got shot. So that's my stepdad right there, bro. Freaking what a G, bro. Those are like, this fool taught me how to work hard for freaking what you have, bro. My stepdad always had 2 jobs. You know what I mean? Always had 2 jobs. And everybody always respected the shit out of him for that. And I've always wanted that clout. I've always, and it's not the fact that I'm being acknowledged for it, but it's the fact that freaking he's such a good example that I want to set the good example, even though I'm not being acknowledged for it. If I am or if I'm not, you know what I mean? I just have so many freaking. I just had so many great role models that I wanted to be that role model for the generation under me. You know what I mean? Like, I've always had a job. Like, no matter how crazy I lived, I've always freaking had a job. And freaking I always freaking did right by freaking my family and my homies and my cousins, and I've always done right for the people that I fucking care about, bro. And so it just freaking, it's crazy that I can't get away from freaking this madness, bro. I'm having a lot of trouble dealing with people that are alcoholics that are freaking just losing it out here. I know, especially in the last 2 weeks, people just find it perfectly okay to lose their shit in front of me. You know what I mean? And I feel like people victimize themselves. They're like, well, okay, let me speak on this. So I understand if somebody's going through, like, if somebody's house burned down. Like I said, my fucking little nephew got shot. And I have no problem listening to somebody vent about that. But it gets to a point where the stuff you're venting about, you're doing to yourself. So you're victimizing yourself to the world, and you're putting that energy into somebody else, right? When if you're in an abusive relationship and you stay there and you're purposely asking people for advice that are giving you bad advice instead of listening to somebody that's actually giving you good advice. Like, I've always been that person, to tell you straight up. Like, homie, you look fucking dumb with that fucking face tatted. Like, what do you get? Like, why'd you tat your face? I've always been one to be like, don't tat your face. But they would never ask me. They'll feed it to somebody and be like, oh yeah, hell yeah, tat your face. That's a great idea. Like, so I think it's okay for me to vent that my little nephew got shot. But if I put myself in a dangerous situation, purposely, or put myself in a dangerous freaking idealistic just to freaking create this freaking mental clout that I can freaking project on other people just so I mean something. I've never really needed that, bro. I've always had a personality and my own swag. I don't need to be messy to freaking create clout for myself. But freaking, it's people that live these messy lives that freaking, there was a time where I was on Facebook and freaking this dude was asking for money on there. And he had this big old sob story, a big tremendous sob story, and he put his GoFundMe on there. And so I'm sitting there freaking, and I get fucking sucked into it. And I'm like, you know what? This dude's going through hard times. He's going on bad luck. I'm freaking gonna cash him out. You know what I mean? And so I'm sitting there I'm cutting meals at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to eat a big lunch. I can eat a salad, a power bar, and a water and cut whatever freaking money I was going to spend on that big lunch to the boy, right? So here I am, and I'm cutting shit, right? I'm trying to make this money work so I can get as much money as possible. And I go back on Facebook to find his GoFundMe, and he's sitting there eating steak and lobster, and he's pointing pictures of eating steak and lobster. How the hell is this fool eating steak and lobster? I'm cutting corners to eat, and he's freaking somehow asking for money. I'm just sitting there like, and then freaking another thing is like, I don't know why, but I got a new phone, so my Instagram automatically freaking links to my Facebook, right? And so freaking, I didn't even know that freaking, dude, does anybody even use Facebook anymore? I automatically just thought that I was just posting to Instagram, but it was posting to Facebook, so I jumped on there, right? Just to see, and I got like 100 likes on a freaking 170 likes, and I was like, all right, likes are clout, whatever. But then as I'm scrolling through, there's a chick on there talking about how she felt bad because she was on Percocet to rob the family that freaking took her in. She had a big old fucking, I robbed this family, blah, blah, blah. And I was so fucked up, and now I'm apologizing, and people are on there being like, you know, it's good for you to admit that. It's good for you to admit that. Well, it's freaking even better if you didn't freaking rob people that freaking invested in you. And I saw that, and I'm just all like, I deleted the app again. You know what I mean? It's just like people are freaking putting these vibes out there, right? That are just ruining. They're not good vibes. It's funny because you can inspire the whole world through a Facebook post. You can inspire somebody to freaking make the best out of themselves, but no, people are posting depressed shit. You know what I mean? Where is your fucking brain at? Like, I can speak on this all day, but I'm just saying that it's okay to vent if you're going through some shit, if you lose a family member, if somebody gets shot. But if you're freaking just venting because this bitch is fucking with your head and got you freaking pissing all over yourself and drunk and whatnot, these people are victimizing themselves and projecting that on other people because you were doing it to yourself. It's not freaking ethical whatsoever. Some people, the only clout they have is being messy. You know what I mean? And it's freaking, and I see too many live streams like that where, okay, let's all get messy. You know what I mean? Let's be as messy as possible for the live stream so we can get viewers and we can get content. You know what I mean? And it's just freaking, it's not worth it. In the long run, it's not worth it. And in the long run, I'm just like, and here I am just throwing freaking $800 in the background for my stream to my freaking family members. It's shit like this that should be promoted. But no, you know, people would rather promote messy shit. People would rather promote what's going on with Lush or what's going on with AD and messy shit. And I understand messy shit gets views, don't get me wrong. And something like this will never get views. You know, actually doing something right for your family. Christmas, look at everybody smiling. Look at everybody smiling, bro. Freaking a room full of freaking smiling people, bro. You gotta get back, bro. Get back to the people that gave to you. Bro, if anybody is freaking a part of my fucking close friends on here, you wouldn't believe the crazy shit I run into on a daily, bro. Just freaking, I run into so much crazy shit. I swear to God, life's freaking, Life's nuts, bro. Life's like, especially running through my fucking feed like this. Like, this the freaking spiritual connection that I made with people, bro. It's freaking crazy. I got a picture with MaNiCgAbE. Come on, like, it's crazy because a lot of my life, I never actually freaking. I go on a trip, right? I'll go to the gathering, go see ICP in another state, come back, go straight back to work. But I never really freaking uh, totally took in what happened. You know, I'll clip, and of course from my YouTube page, if you look at this fucking page, I got freaking a couple freaking years worth of I got over 10 years worth of freaking crazy ass shit going on here, man. And I just can't wait to share it with you guys. So freaking, I got shit to do, yo. I'm gonna go out tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed this shit, cause freaking, I don't know. Now I gotta freaking go freaking light up or something, cause my little nephew got shot, bro. I have no idea if he's gonna be okay or not. But it's just fucking, we're still desensitized to all this, bro. Shout out to everybody that turned in the stream, bro. Shout out to everybody that freaking tuned into this shit and freaking witnessed how freaking insane my life is, man. It's freaking ridiculous. But I promise you, I know this stream took a freaking turn for the weird when freaking the homie my little nephew got shot. But yeah, this is my life, bro. It's content, I guess, right? It's freaking content. Well, I'm gonna be streaming a lot more, bro. Freaking Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays. Expect freaking Monday Night Raw reviews. Expect share this fucking video, like, comment, subscribe. Don't donate money. I have money. I don't need money. I need subs. I need likes. You can buy those too. Don't get me wrong. You can fucking buy those too. But I want to do a lot of freaking sub and like goals, man. A lot of people do money. A lot of people are, oh, give me a shot. Blah, blah, $10 a shot. Blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people just copying Yuri over. How many freaking knockoffs of Yuri have there been? You know what I mean? There's tons of them, bruh. There's tons of them, and none of them are doing anything different. See, this is my idealistic. Check this out. Before I leave, I'll fucking leave you on this note. Shout out to the coworker right there, bruh. Trust me, bruh. I got worked at 4 a.m. I got up at 2 a.m. I'm probably gonna go out and go clubbing and be up till freaking 2 a.m. and come here and freaking pass out, basically. I'm go hard till so then to a point where, because I have so little time in between my shifts, that when I actually want to get some sleep, I can't. 4 hours is all I can get if I wake up. But if I go out and I while out, you know what I mean? And I wear myself out, I'll come home and I'll sleep for a good 8 hours, bro. And that's so, but check this out, back to the idealistic. Before I leave, I'll leave you guys with this. You can have the best streaming setup. You can have the best cameras. You can have the best fucking mic in the world, right? But if you don't have any originality to you, or if you don't bring anything to the table personality-wise, does it really mean anything? But if you have somewhat this camera costs about 130. I got a fucking screen right here that's freaking cracked in the middle. This screen is good. I spent 2 G's on my freaking tower, right? It's not the best setup in the world, right? But I want to say that my content is there. My spirit is here. I got freaking years worth of IOL streams to react to, bro. I could react to freaking 15 years of my life of chaos, you know? And freaking, you can have all that content, right? But not have the best quality stream, and it means something, you know? And you can have the best quality, the no jumper quality stuff, but no personality, and it won't mean a damn thing. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Much love, thanks. Thanks Jake coming through. I'm Not Human. Fucking East Bay Punk, bruh. Thanks for fucking my homie Jason coming through, bruh. There's gonna be I don't want money in this. I'm not looking for fucking any clout. Cause I want likes, I want subs. I live a crazy ass life, and I don't want everybody on this, but I want people to at least know that I think my story needs to be told, you know? And through these streams, you're gonna hear a lot more. So, Much respect, motherfuckers and motherfuckettes. This has been a MaNiC ChRoNiClEs first live stream, motherfucker. Thank you for your support. Like the stream, share this shit, bro. Cause freaking my life's freaking crazy. I can freaking do daily streams about my life and fucking experiences and the people I freaking run into, and freaking it's crazy how freaking I can be okay with myself, but there's people around me that aren't. And it's crazy just watching them constantly coming at you and trying to fucking dim your shine. And it's just wild for these situations I've been in, especially in the past 2 weeks, bro. These situations I've been, especially around alcoholics, man. I had my cousin over here the other day and he pissed on my bed. I didn't even want him over here. You know what I mean? But what am I do? I'm gonna kick him out. He's fucking drunk as shit. Freaking, I don't know. I dealt with somebody at work that was freaking under influence. You know what I mean? And it's just like, alcoholism is fucking fucked up, bro. And if you got a real friend, if you're a real friend to somebody and you know they got an alcohol problem, you tell them to stop. You know what I mean? Because that's probably why I don't got a lot of friends. Because if freaking he had an alcohol problem, if he had a drug problem, I'm sitting there and I'm capping on him for it. You know what I mean? People just don't want to hear that, and I'm okay with that. You know. All right, motherfuckers.